I want to be your blesser.
But anyway, guys, welcome back to yet another video. But if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But I'm sure you don't know who I am. My name is Lee K, and I am going to be telling you today a story time about the blesser. Well, the stranger that wanted to be my blesser. So let's not waste any time. I'm gonna try to keep the story as short and simple as possible. So this is what happened. This guy, I'm walking from home to the library. It's not a long distance, but it's a walkable distance. It's super hot. I had been walking for like 4 minutes and already I was sweating. By the time I reached 5 minutes, it was like, woo, what did I get myself into? But I kept on walking. So first of all, it is quiet. On the road it's quiet. School kids at school, you know, working people at work or employed people at work. So I'm walking, I'm practically the only person on the road, but luckily this car comes by and then this guy drives past but then comes back again. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to the library. He's like, why are you walking? And I'm like, nah, I just want some fresh air. Lapa, I'm lying, I feel so hot. I don't know why I decided to walk. But anyways, that's not, you know, why we're here. Anyways, he's like, I'm like, no, I just need some fresh air. And then he's like, how? Walking, you know, which means a pretty lady like you walking to the library. How danger into your pen? If I could let you walk. And I'm like, I know it's fine. I really enjoy walking. Vele, you can go. Bye. Bye. You know, he's like, no, I'm not leaving here. You know, now that I've seen this pretty lady, I'm just gonna have to take you to the library. You know, I'm forced, you know. And I'm like, no, you're not. No one's pointing you with a gun and telling you to take me to the library. No. He's like, but then, as you know, a nice person that I am, I'm like obligated to like take you to the library. So now we're driving. I'm walking slow, he's driving slow. We're walking and we're having this conversation. So it finally convinces me to like enter into the car. So fine, I hop into the car because it's like blazing hot. I'm wearing, you know, a jersey because I don't like wearing, you know, vests outside when it's hot, especially. So fine, I get into the car, take off my jersey because it's like super hot. I'm like, whew, thank goodness. He turns up the AC and I'm like, yeah, my guy. Okay, fine. So we drive to the library. We're talking. What do? I tell him I'm in university. He's like, I own businesses. I own 3 businesses. Durban, Richards Bay, and here on the lower sub coast. And I'm like, okay. So, and I'm like, how did you manage to do all that whilst you're still so young? He's like, I might look young, but I'm not that young. And I laugh and I look at him and I see, yeah, he's kind of old. And I'm like, you're lying. You don't look old at all. You look super young. He's like, how old do you think I am? Like 26. He's like, I wish I passed 26 a long time ago. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he asked me, do I have a weave? That's a random question. I thought to myself. That's a very random question. And then I'm like, no, I don't have a weave. And then he's like, why? You don't want to weave? And I'm like, well, who doesn't? Obviously, I want to weave. And then he's like, what would you say if I told you that I'd get you a weave? And I'm like, that's funny, because what stranger could get a total stranger a weave? And he's like, well, if I told you this, you wouldn't believe me. I'm like, try me. He's like, well, actually, I'm looking into investing in you. And I'm like, how? He's like, I want to be your blesser. I laugh and I'm like, okay. And how would you do that? He's like, if you want clothes, you want me to buy you food, you want me to pay your rent. If you're paying your rent, I do that, take you shopping, take you out, give you money, spoil you. And I'm like, that sounds like a good deal, but he's a complete stranger and all of that. So finally we reached the library, and I'm like, oh, there it is, you can leave me outside. You don't have to take me inside the library. So he's like, fine, I'll leave you right here under the shade. So he's like, before I got off, right, he's like, can I have your number? And I'm like weirded out. It's like, you want to be my blesser? Is that even a thing? Like, do people actually like ask to be, ask people to be their blessers? Like, I want to be your blesser, or it just happens? Now I'm confused. I'm like, okay, I've never had someone asking me to, to spoil me, or no, actually I'm lying. I've never had someone asking to be my blesser. And I'm like, okay, all right. I give him the number. He texts me. As soon as I get off the library, okay, fine. I tell my friends, like, yo, I think that's a phony guy. Okay, fine. Okay. He texts me. He's like, hey, and I'm like, hi, and then we have a small chat, and I'm like, so you wanted to be my blesser, huh? He's like, yeah. So I'm like, okay. So to see whether this guy is serious or not, or this is his way of getting girls or whatever, I'm like, okay, I need a new phone. I'm short with 1.5, so I'ma just throw it in there whilst we're talking. So I'm like, okay, since you wanna be my blesser, can you just give me 1.5 just to see how serious you are about this? I think I scared the guy off, guys. That guy blue ticks me. He never texted ever again. 2 days passed. I'm like, hi, bo, guy. Hi, bo. What happened to him? Wants to be my blessing? Okay. So I tell him again, like, okay, 1.5. Guy, come by 260. Never opened the message. So I text him, now I'm pissed because you said you want to be my blesser. Aren't blessers supposed to like owe you 5,000 just J so that you can see that they have money, right? They're supposed to do that. So I thought he should do that also. 1.5 for a blesser is small money, guys, small money. Not that I've never really had a blesser, so I thought that's what they do. They give you money for no reason. But then those guys didn't give me money for no reason. Instead, he blocked me. He blocked me. Guys, and I'm like, was he actually serious of being my blesser, or was he just trying to find a way of like getting into my panties? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you like, you comment, you subscribe, and all that good stuff. And also tell me, you guys, what does a blesser do, guys? Because it feels like now I'm just confused. I thought blessers are supposed to like spend on you, and it just comes naturally. They just give you money. They don't have to say, I wanna be your blesser. But this guy, he was like, I wanna be your blesser, straight up. First time I'm seeing him, he wants to be my blesser. Yeah, guys, so I had to test whether he is a real or a phony, you know what I'm saying? So luckily I tested him way sooner and he was a phony. Never fall for tricks like those. But anyways, I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.